Welcome to another podcast in which we'll be talking about James Mahu's essay, Meaningful Synchronicity. Sophia and Phil greet you from the microphone.
Hello to everyone.
Synchronicity, those uncanny coincidences that shape our lives, might actually be messages from our future selves trying to guide us. But what if these seemingly random events are part of a much deeper cosmic choreography?
That's fascinating to consider, Sophia, especially since research shows that around 75% of people report experiencing meaningful coincidences in their lives. Just yesterday, I had one of those moments myself.
Well, we're diving into something much deeper than simple coincidences today, Phil. We're exploring how our consciousness might actually exist across multiple dimensions simultaneously, with our future selves actively shaping our present experience.
That sounds like it goes way beyond the usual explanations of synchronicity. How exactly does that work?
Think of it this way. Our subconscious mind can actually perceive potential futures, and these insights get transmitted to our imagination. It's like having a quantum radio that picks up signals from our future self.
So you're saying our future self is essentially writing the script of our present moment, Sophia? That's mind-bending.
Exactly right, Phil. And here's where it gets really interesting. We're not talking about just one future self, but potentially infinite versions. The key question becomes, which version are we choosing to tune into and embody?
That reminds me of the quantum physics concept of superposition, multiple states existing simultaneously until observed. Are we essentially choosing which quantum state to collapse into?
That's a brilliant parallel. And what's fascinating is that we can actually make what's called the most private invitation in the world to our future self. But there's a catch. There can't be even a single atom standing between us and that future self when we make this invitation.
Well, that sounds incredibly challenging. How do we ensure nothing stands between us?
The key lies in our motivation. We can't be trying to escape our current reality or reach some higher state of consciousness. Those desires themselves would create barriers. Instead, our only motivation should be to live as consciousness of the one, the many, and the all throughout space-time.
But what about our everyday concerns? Relationships, careers, responsibilities? Do those matter in this context?
Actually, yes, and this is crucial. While these aspects are considered secondary, they're still important. Think of them as the wallpaper of our local universe. When we successfully connect with our future self, our understanding of all these elements becomes clearer and more refined.
That's making me think about those moments when solutions seem to appear out of nowhere after we stop trying so hard to find them.
Precisely. Those moments of surrender might be instances when we're naturally aligning with our future self. But to make this connection more consistent, we need three essential elements: our sincere desire, our future self, and the invitation itself.
So how do we recognize when we're ready to make this invitation?
It's about developing what psychologists might call a state of focused receptivity. Studies have shown that people who regularly practice mindfulness report up to 60% more meaningful coincidences in their lives. But this goes beyond mere mindfulness. It's about making this connection the fundamental choice of our life.
That's quite different from the usual advice about manifesting or the law of attraction.
Oh, absolutely. This isn't about vision boards or positive thinking. It's about recognizing that synchronicity is showing us something profound about the nature of consciousness itself. These aren't just random events, they're glimpses of a larger process at work.
Looking back at my own experiences with synchronicity, I can see how they might have been trying to tell me something deeper about my path.
And that's exactly what makes this so powerful. These synchronistic moments are like love letters from our future self, inviting us to step into a larger understanding of who we really are. They're showing us that we're connected to something far more vast and significant than we typically realize.
The implications of this perspective are pretty profound when you think about it.
Indeed, and perhaps that's the most important invitation of all, to recognize these moments not as mere curiosities, but as opportunities to align with our highest future potential. When we understand synchronicity in this way, every moment becomes an opportunity for deeper connection and understanding.
This really transforms how we might view those coincidental moments that seem to pepper our lives.
And what's beautiful about this whole concept is that it's always available to us. We don't need special tools or techniques. We just need to recognize the invitation and have the courage to respond to it, knowing that our future self is already there, waiting to connect.
Now it's up to the listeners to study the essay for themselves. It will certainly help them to understand the concept of meaningful synchronicity in a deeper way. You can find the link in the text below the video.
Sophia and Phil say goodbye from the microphone.
Goodbye, Phil.